Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So I was just sitting around thinking the other day, there are so many breakfast items that we can eat for lunch or dinner. We don't necessarily have to have them from breakfast. So I thought I would show you just a couple of those items that you can have at any time. I mean, I actually enjoy having breakfast for dinner, or, I'm perfectly fine having pancakes or waffles or eggs and bacon, for that matter, at dinner time. So I'm going to bring you along, and we're going to do a couple of recipes and see where we go and how it works out for us. All right, let's get going. Okay, so the one of the breakfasts that I was thinking of was a breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to start off with scrambling an egg, and I'm using bagels. Well, this does not want to crack. That's weird. All right, so I'm just going to mix this all up, and I'm just using one egg because I'm using small bagels or mini bagels, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this as well, and a little bit of water. I like to use water in my scrambled eggs because it makes them fluffier. Okay, so I added about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of water, and I'm just going to get this up, mix it up really well so it's a little fluffier. Okay, so we've got that done. So now let's head over to the oven, or to the stove, to the stove, and let's get going on this. Okay, so we're going to turn on our burner. I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to my egg mixture, not a lot. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. And I'm going to get my butter all melted. Okay, and then also this is the size bagel that I'm using. It's a mini one. So I'm going to toss it into the toaster so that it can toast up a little bit. All right, I'm going to add my eggs. And then we're just going to start scrambling them. Now, I like my scrambled eggs a little more done. I don't like them runny. So I probably overcook them compared to what other people like, but I just don't like them runny. Kind of grosses me out a little bit. But you make your scrambled eggs however you like them, not how I like them. And if you like them runny, then by all means, make them runny. This is totally up to you as to what you want to do. Now you could also add some onions in here if you want, or some mushrooms, or whatever you would like, you could do. It's up to you. I'm actually going to be using ham and cheese as well. Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to check on my bagel. And it has warmed up. Okay, so we're going to head back over to the other part of the kitchen to finish this up. Okay, so I got my bagel out of the toaster, and now I'm going to add on the bottom, just using regular sliced cheese. Once again, you can use shredded cheese if you want. You could use whatever kind of cheese you want to use. And I'm just going to put it down here. Then I'm using ham, just regular lunch meat ham. You can use roast beef if you want. You could use whatever you want to use. I'm just using ham. I'm just going to kind of pile it up over here. Okay, and then I'm going to add my scrambled eggs to the top. And I'm going to make a mess with them first. Ooh, they're a little warm. I'm going to grab a fork. And I'm going to keep dropping the eggs all over the place. Now I'm going to top it, and I'm going to squish it down. All right, so there you have it, an egg sandwich. All right, so I'll bring you along for the next recipes. Okay, so today for one of our breakfasts you can do for lunch or dinner, we're going to make a egg sandwich. Now I'm using a English muffin, but I'm using the cinnamon raisin English muffin because I'm thinking something a little savory, something a little sweet. So let's get started on this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up my bacon grease. I'm using bacon grease. I'm going to put my English muffin into the toaster to get it nice and toasted. And then once this is heated, then I'm going to add my egg in there. And then I'm also going to warm up my bacon. I've already pre-cooked my bacon, so I don't need to really do anything else. Now we save our bacon grease just to cook eggs in and other little things, potatoes, things like that. And it is really good. Okay. Now I'm going to wait until my egg is cooked before I season it. And sometimes I will cook my egg in butter. It just depends on what I have available. And this time I'm just doing in bacon grease. Now the nice thing about breakfast sandwiches is that you can do scrambled eggs, you can do fried eggs, you can do a poached egg, you can do whatever you want. You can add cheese, you can leave cheese out, you can add bacon, you can use Canadian bacon, you can use ham or turkey or whatever else you want to use. It's up to you. Or sausage, you can even use sausage. And these are kind of a nice little thing to add for dinner. Whoa, it is sparking. All right, I'm going to grab my apron. And I'm going to flip my egg over. Now, I am going to cook it well done because I don't like when I bite into something and then I have the runny stuff. I don't mind a runny egg. I just don't want it when I'm having a sandwich. Okay, now I am going to butter my English muffin. Just add a little more flavor. You don't have to do this part either. You can just leave it. Okay, so while this is still cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese. I'm just using sliced cheese. Once again, you can use grated cheese. You don't even have to have cheese. It's up to you. And I don't think my bacon is at room temperature, so I don't think I'm going to warm it up. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. So I've added bacon and I've added cheese, and this is what it looks like so far. But having breakfast for dinner or lunch even, it's just kind of a little, it's quick, easy things to do. Weeknight meals when you don't have a lot of time, or weekend meals when you just don't feel like cooking a huge meal. These are just kind of great little things to do. You know, you could always just revert back to just having a bowl of cereal too. That's up to you. I'm just kind of pressing down on it because I want it to be a well done egg. Okay, I think it is done. So let me grab my plate, put my egg on top, put the top on, and now I have a breakfast sandwich that I can eat that I'm eating for lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever works for you. Okay, so we're going to get started on making baked eggs for breakfast. So it's a real simple recipe, and we're going to get started on it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. And then I'm going to turn on my burner. And we're going to cook a couple pieces of bacon. Not all the way. They're going to be partially cooked. Now my husband cut our bacon in half. It just makes it easier to cook. So he did that the other day. And so I got to try and get some of this out of here. And I'm going to make a huge mess doing it. Okay. Now this recipe is one that I got when I was in high school. I'm going to actually turn this down. And I've made it several times. It's really delicious. It's easy. So I'm just going to do 4 of these. And like I said, you're only going to partially cook them. All right, and while this is cooking, I'm going to go wash my hands since I was touching raw bacon. And I'm going to grab my apron. Okay, so let me put this in the refrigerator. All right, I'll get my act together eventually. And I'm going to fling bacon grease all over. Okay, so while that continues to cook, we're going to get out the cooking oil. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to spray this with some cooking spray. These are cooking up nicely. This is also a great breakfast that you could do like Mother's Day, Father's Day, a Sunday brunch. You can actually even do it for dinner one night. It's up to you. If you're having company over, great way to serve if you want to do a breakfast. Okay, this is just about as cooked as I need to get it. Okay, so I'm gonna get a paper towel to put it on. You want it to still be pliable. Whoops. Let me get another paper towel. I want to blot some of this grease off of there. Okay, so now we're going to take our ramekin and we're going to take the bacon and we're going to put it around the sides. We're going to burn our fingers doing it. You just want to kind of get them in a little circle there. Okay, so we got them in a little circle. I don't know if you can see. All right, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to add 2 eggs. I'm going to break the eggs inside. And you can't see, so let me readjust the camera. Okay, it does not want to cooperate with me. So I'm going to move it over here so you can see what I'm doing a little better. Okay, and my oven has preheated. I'm going to add the 2 eggs. Now I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Just a little bit. You can season it however you want, however much you want. Okay, and then I'm going to add a tablespoon of milk, or a teaspoon of milk. You can also use cream if you don't want to use milk. And I'm just using whole milk, but use whatever you happen to have. And this is what it looks like, raw. Okay, so we're going to put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. So you want to make sure your ramekin can go in the oven. We're going to set the timer for 15 minutes and then we'll look at it and we'll come back. Okay, so I will bring you back in 15 minutes. Okay, so I got it out of the oven and this is what it looks like. It's perfect to me. I like my yolks a little bit runny, so it is a little bit runny. I don't like the whites runny, but I do like the yolks. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. You can have this with maybe some fried potatoes or hash browns or toast, or even just some fruit. It's up to you as to how you want to eat it. All right, well, I will see you in the next one. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this adventure of cooking 3 different breakfasts that you can actually eat for lunch and or dinner, or even brunch, whatever you want. I just want to thank you for coming along with me and on this adventure. I hope that you're having a great day and everything's going really well for you. I will talk to you soon. Bye.